he's going. Let's have a bit of a look at this ridiculous pellet heater. I'll talk about it a bit and vaguely explain how it works, but before we do that, I'm just going to get rid of the worst of the crap in there. As you'll see, it does collect a bit of shit. So I'll quickly vacuum out the worst of that, and then I'll come back and do the next bit. Let's make some noise. Let's go and empty this out. Right. Here's a problem that you sometimes come across with these things. Pellets, like that, sort of like chook pellets. And that's fine, but at some stage that bag got wet and they just crumbled to dust, which just clogs up the fire and it goes out. So I think I'm going to take them back to the shop. But anyway, I've got to empty them out. So I'll just vacuum them up straight out of the hopper, put them in the bag, and they can go back to the shop. Right. So, why did I buy this stupid thing? Well, I needed some heat and my back's a bit rooted, so cutting firewood's not really an option anymore. So I thought this would be a good solution. I didn't really want to go a heat pump because I knew I was going to be creating a lot of dust for a while, and filters and all of that, so I thought I'd give one of these a try. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend one. It wasn't cheap. Definitely wasn't cheap. It's not cheap to run. It costs in the middle of winter it can go through a 15 kilo bag of pellets in a day. Usually, bag will last a day and a half, maybe a bit more. It's not that warm. It works until it gets down to sort of under 10 degrees, and then it struggles a bit. it's not that green either, because every bag, you know, that you're using that every day and a half, 2 days, and they're single-use bags, so it's really not very green. Pellets are not always available, and the quality of the pellets is not reliable. It's not that dirty to run, but you do have to clean it, which most of the time you just got to empty there's a pan that goes in there, you empty that, and you clean out the fire pot, give it a bit of a vacuum. If you've got good pellets, you do that, you know, once every few days. If you've got bad pellets, you do it every day. So yeah, there's definitely some issues with it. But it is pretty easy to run. I just come out and turn it on in the morning, and it takes 2 or 3 hours to warm up the room, and then it's fine. Oh shit. Right, like I said, normal maintenance is that fills up with ash. You just go and empty that outside. That's the little fire pot. It just sits in there, and every now and then that will fill up with. It's similar to a coal forge, I suppose. It fills up with clinker, and you got to empty that out, you know, every couple of days. That's about all the maintenance they need. But over time, they get really full of fine dust, and you got to give it a real good clean. The option for most people is to, you ring the shop and they send a service guy down, and he gets in there, and they usually just do it with a vacuum cleaner. And I've had this long enough to know that that'll do it, but it's not real effective. And they charge you, geez, $300-400 to do that. I ain't paying that. I'll do it myself. Much better than they do. So it's just a matter of pulling it all apart, and once it's apart, we'll take it outside, and we'll give it a good blow with compressed air. That will get everything out of it. These little jiggers are just They're just little covers. There's a vent in there so you can get in there with your tiny little vacuum hose or your air compressor. That's a good bit of heat-proof fluffy stuff insulation, and in there gets really filthy. You'll see how filthy it all gets soon. Oh, that's got it ready to go outside. Technically you shouldn't really be able to do that. It should, the flue should be sealed in there with a heat-proof sealant, but it's a positive air pressure coming out of the flue, so there's no reason to actually seal it because it's a pretty good fit. I've never had any blowback from the flue, so yeah, I didn't bother with it. I've moved this heater. This is the second place it's been in here, so to me it just made sense to leave it movable, and it makes it easier to clean that little bit of flue. That it sticks through the wall about that far, and that's all. Doesn't need to go up. Just a bit of warm air comes out of it. Anyway, let's try and explain how this works to you. Ooh. Should I get the... Oh yeah, we'll get the unsteady cam going. Oh shit. Right, so that's the hopper, that's where you put all your pellets in. Down there is a auger, picks up the pellets from the bottom and then dumps them down that tube, out of there, into the fire pot. In there is the igniter. It's just, you know, glows hot long enough to set the things on fire, and that's your basic firebox, and yeah, that's the thing that catches the ash. As you can see, there's, you know, it collects a lot of crap. So that's where the fire is, which then transfers the heat into here, and there's a blower fan down there, and that blows air up through that cavity of warm and then blows it out into the room. And then there's a blower fan at the back there. That's for the that's the flue that gets rid of all the smoke and crap. Motor there for the auger. There's a pressure switch here that can be problematic. That's about all there is. Oh, there's an air inlet there to feed it. Power down there, thermostat thing. I think that explains how it works. Just have heat in the firebox and it heats the void, and then you blow that air. Yeah, it works. It's a good concept, but not fantastic. Anyway, I'll get this thing outside and we'll make a bloody mess. Alright, sit this well out of harm's way, because this is a filthy job. What a mongrel job. The flue's easy. You pull it out and you bang all the crap out into a bin. So it's a tube within a tube. Got, good, I don't know, 50 mil of air insulation. And then it's got other insulation about it. Nearest timbers are there and there, so it's pretty safe. It just plugs in, simple as that. Before I put it together, I just check this pressure thing, pressure switch I suppose, because that can get filled up with dust. And that's fine. A little bit of crap in there. Can I clean that? Ah, yeah, there we go. All that dust. That's not good, so we'll just That's all it is, just blow that out. That's all it. They didn't go back together. So, what do I really think about the things? Not a great deal, really. It works for me, but it's not fantastic. It's nothing to write home about. Good for certain situations, I suppose. You know, if you live in a place where it gets a bit chilly every now and then, yeah, be perfect for that. But if you live in Canada or somewhere insane where it snows 6 feet of bloody snow every year, no, this ain't gonna cut it. I'd buy a heat pump. That's my opinion. You know, I suppose the pellet fireplace wouldn't be happy with me for saying that, but I think there's a fair bit of marketing wank that goes with those things. They're good. It's a good concept, but I'm not overly impressed. But I'm stuck with it, so. Freaking get in there, you mongrel bastard. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm stuck. Gotta love getting old. I suppose while I'm rambling, there was a bit of a drama when I lost that fucking screw. There you go, you bastard. Got it. If you remember, I had a few power outages not that long ago when it was, you know, winter was over, but it was still bloody cold. And that was fun. But in between it all, the place where I buy pellets from, I ran out of pellets. And they do it they run out every year. I should move the camera a bit. There we go. They run out of pellets every year. It was just really bad timing. You know, I rang, you know, I kept asking, you know, when are you getting more pellets? And they'd say, oh, I don't know, you know, the supplier's just letting us down, and I couldn't get a definite answer out of them. So I actually rang the supplier. And I said, what's going on with the pellets? And the bloke there was really good, very nice fella. He said, well, yeah, we get this every now and then. And the thing is, they're a sawmill company, and they use their offcuts, and they turn them into pellets. They're pretty good pellets. But they only have X amount of material, so they can only make X amount of pellets. And they've told my retail shop this countless times. You know, you've got to stock up. You've got to tell your customers to stock up, because we run out every year. That's the way it is. But the retail shop, they're not going to tell you that. They just, according to them, no, there's no pellets available anywhere in the state. But then when you go to look around, you find that the other pellet supplier, yeah, no worries, mate. We've got 10 tonnes of them. There's another 10 tonnes coming tomorrow. You know, so it's just lies and bullshit. Mind you, the other pellets that are available all year, they're not as good. Nowhere near as good. They're cheap. I'll give them that, they're cheap. They're like $7 a bag compared to 10 or 11. But they're really messy, they're really ashy. Good for emergency, so. I'm going to go and feed this squawking currawong, and I'll come back and put the rest of this thing together, and might fire it up and call it a day. So hang on. This door, all this white crap here, that's really hard to get rid of. I brushed the bag against it when it was hot and the plastic melted on, and that's all that is. But the glass itself does get dirty, and you've got to clean it, so I'll show you an old trick for that. Just give me a tick. Find yourself one of these things, a newspaper. I know they're not very common these days. This one's from 1732. No, it's not. It's from 2017. Doesn't really matter. Grab any newspaper. It'll do. There'll be a furniture sale, there'll be some new market makeup, there'll be trouble in the Middle East, there'll be a politician done something stupid. Doesn't matter, just a newspaper. And spit. It is one of the best, look at that. Spit and newspaper is one of the best glass cleaners you can get. Obviously you don't want a big, you don't know, want to, what's that stupid shit? You don't want that. You just want spit. Doesn't have to be spotless, I don't want it to be spotless, no point. But that's clean enough. Right, now I've just got these mongrel sides to put on. Don't enjoy these. There's a tab and slot design that just doesn't line up properly, and I'll fix it one day, but not today. There we go, all done. Plug it back in and fill it up, I suppose. That's the pellets, chook food. That's it, press the go button. And chips will come out into the fire pot. The igniter will ignite. The chips will catch fire, and away she goes. Bit noisy. That'll settle down now, I think. And there you go. Apparently that's a heater. It does the job, but I wouldn't buy one again. I wouldn't recommend buying one. But yeah, you might do with what you got. Anyway, let me find a more comfortable. Right, well, there you go. That's a genuine example of I cannot find enough good things to say about this product. Seriously, I can't. But anyway, there was a bit of home maintenance that needed to be done. You make your own judgment on whether you want to buy one of these stupid things or not. They're certainly very good in a lot of respects, but in others, anyway. Coming soon, in fact I've got to deal with this tomorrow because I'm a bit over it, but I've got a drain cleaning kit and there'll be a video about that soon. For now I've carried on enough, so I'll finish the beer and might as well go and crash a can, eh? And I'll see you, I reckon probably in a couple of days. And let's hope I don't get covered in shit while I'm doing it. Anyway, I'll see you soon.